We'll read more tweets when we come back. Let's go on a quick break now. When we return from the break, Dumnodio Konta and Tunde Koike will be joining me on Sports Tonight. We'll be talking about the Dream Team. We'll be talking about the Flying Eagles. We'll be talking about Abia Warriors and Sunshine, the build-up to the Globe Premier League season starting this weekend. Just to make Tunde Koike feel a little at home, let's bring you highlights of Liverpool, who are really the informed team in the English Premier League. How they took out Burnley yesterday. Enjoy the highlights. When we return, it will be Tunde Koike has joined us now. That's to welcome him. Liverpool against Burnley. Liverpool are now really knocking on the door of Champions League football next season. After a slow start to the season, they have reserved the best for the last. All right? So, thank you for joining us now. Dumnodio Konta, Tunde Koike. Just permit me to read a few comments on Twitter. Oguniyi Jeremiah at Jerewire from South Africa is watching us from South Africa, says, please, what is Channels and Nigeria doing to keep these wonderful talents? He's talking about the Channels Kids Cup, those boys that were warming up and knocking passes. And he also says his prayers with Kano Pillars players. Bidini Taliatu from Italy is watching us from Italy, says the NFF should ensure police investigation and bring to book the armed robbers. This guy is in Italy indeed. He's in Italy, but we pray that God will make our roads a lot safer. Okay. Dr. Mike Adeniro at Mike_Adeniro says, thank God first for safety, but this is worrisome. Let our security experts get to the root of this matter fast. And a whole lot of that. A lot of your comments are coming through. Let's pause a little bit, and then we'll come back if we have time to read some more later on. But Dumno, let me come to you. Let me start with you. This weekend is a very, very busy one for Nigerian teams. The Flying Eagles starting their campaign. The Dream Team, second leg against Gabon. Sand Eagles are playing tomorrow and all of that. But let's start with the Dream Team. They are playing in Abuja. The NFF have thrown the gates open.
That's the usual thing.
Is that going to change things? Are we going to have that stadium, 60,000 seater, maybe get close to 40,000?
I think it's going to be a big gamble for the NFF. Let's see how that pans out. We know even Super Eagles game, you take tank wires to get people to park in the stadium, because the position of that stadium, and when you have a lot of people coming to watch the game, is so much that even somebody think of traveling to that stadium. I mean traveling. The person will just rather stay at home and maybe follow it on Twitter or Facebook.
What are we going to do to that Abuja stadium?
Well, it's just the plan of Abuja. You can't compare the Abuja stadium like the one in Enugu.
Free transportation?
The one in Abeokuta. You can't compare it with the one in Lagos, where people can easily, it's accessible.
It's in the middle of the town.
It's in the middle of the town, and there are residential areas around some of this stadium. In Abuja, where can you find residential? The one you find that you look closest is the Gwangpa estate, and Gwangpa is so far. So I think it's just the location of the stadium. You can't force everybody, because when you have people come to watch them, Gawalada, Yanya, Maraba, these are outskirts, these are suburbs, and you can't expect people. And besides, once the game's finished, how do you get transport back home?
Transportation out of that place.
You know, that which is particularly key, because the way stadiums are built abroad, transportation planning is particularly key. How to get to and from the stadiums. For example, the FMB National Stadium, they built a brand new light rail track to take you to and from that stadium when the World Cup was held in South Africa. And a lot of the stadiums that you see that are built must have planning permission, especially to ensure that transportation, parking, ease of access is particularly key. So maybe the location of the stadium is such that it is almost on the outskirts of town. Unless you have business in that part of town, there is absolutely no reason for you to do so. It is possible for the managers of Abuja to redesign the master plan in such a way that they provide access to maybe a light rail train, maybe a bus route, something that will make it easily accessible. Then, of course, the NFA to also probably look at maybe making buses available for free transportation.
We have to start to think about that, particularly the National Sports Commission, how to station buses at strategic parts of the city. They've done it before, and that time we had a crowd.
Yes.
There was mass mobilization.
That was the qualifier.
We have to begin to look at that option.
That was the qualifier for the 2010 World Cup.
We have to begin to
look
at that option.
And this is the team preparing, and you could see that they are high in confidence, and they have the 4-1
After beating Gabon 4-1 in the first
I think
this
time around, but you know, CSCR is not done yet. Just one more leg, they are getting to the final qualifier. So the last time we didn't qualify for the All African game, even though we started well. We started well like this, but we didn't qualify eventually.
But if we check out Gabon, And then we play Zambia. Then we are through.
But it's not a guarantee. But let's take that Gabon first. That's how we took out the first team we played at the qualifier. That was Tanzania. But suddenly we met Ghana on the way, and that was the end of our participation, our campaign. So I think for Siasia, his job is clearly cut out. Just avoid defeat. With defeat of 3-0, but I don't think that will happen. But football, of course, we all know.
Anything can happen in football. We don't take anything for granted. But I'm happy.
The way they've been preparing, and you're kind of confident they exuded in the last few days. I think these teams.
And I think they beat the National League side 6-0 in a friendly.
Yes.
Yesterday. We will try to get you footages of that game, maybe tomorrow, to show you how this team is high on confidence and how they hope to take out Gabon on Saturday. Let's talk about the Flying Eagles now. They have settled in Dakar. The other day we spoke to Undoka Ogbade, and he told us exactly what he'll be doing. The team started training today. Tomorrow they will have a feel of the pitch, and first game against the host. I mean, always very tricky. The host nation in your first game, you win that one, you are almost through to the semis.
So yeah, I just tried to do a study of all the team list of all the teams. I think we look like the team that have some of the lowest number of players who play outside Nigeria. If you look at some of the other countries, they have players,
a lot of foreign-based players.
Aside from the French league, and I think for some of them, they want to see what some of those players will do. They are looking at diaspora to save their football. Playing against Senegal in the first game, very tricky. At this level, you can measure the strength of every team, not under 17. At this level, you measure the strength of every team because some players have played club football, league football before. So you can measure the strength from team to team. I think at this level, this is where we're going to say, between the Flying Eagles and Senegalese team, let's look at what our boys have been able to do in the last couple of weeks during their preparation. Thank God the Super 6 came on. They had to play the big teams in Nigeria in league. I think their bones were strong enough now to know that we are playing against a West African side who has the physical, they play a robust style of football, and we know what game between West African countries looks like. And we could attest to that at the African Under-17 Championship in Niger.
All right, so all eyes on the Flying Eagles. We wish them the best of luck. What we will do tomorrow, Dumnodi, is that we'll have a preview of the tournament. Tell you the teams in Nigeria's group, tell you the teams in the other group, so that I can have an idea of who is up against who. And thankfully, unlike the Under-17 Championship, this one will be live on cable TV. So you can also actually watch the Flying Eagles on Sunday. We'll give you all the details about all of it tomorrow on Sports Tonight, a preview of the African Youth Championship. Let's come home now, Dumnodi, very quickly. This weekend the league is starting, and today we are focusing on Abia Warriors and Sunshine. Abia Warriors have signed 19 new players. Don't exclaim. That's how we sign players in Nigeria. We sign 19, 20 every season, new players. Abia Warriors, 19.
Let me start with the ones that are very important. We have Uchenna Keke from Aqua United, Bolaji Sakin from Dolphins, Doso Achang from Dolphins, it's an Ivorian import. Moses and Joshua Odo are from Rangers, they are twins from Rangers. They joined Josiah Amadu Abuchi, I think is the biggest signing among the 19. Ali Buhari from FC Taraba, Mike Ogu from Atlant, Chinedu Ude, former Kaduna United, former Enyimba goalkeeper, joined our Abia Warriors. Binebi Johnson from Bayelsa United, Sherry Bashir from Bayelsa United, Emeka Joseph from Abia Comet, then Atu Rumehai. You know the player, the captain of MFM. That strong, hard.
Yeah, so he has joined the Abia Warriors. Okay, let's move away from Abia Warriors now. Sunshine Stars. The news coming out of Sunshine Stars is not very pleasant. They've suspended Ibrahim Ajani and did a lot under two of their top strikers. What was the problem?
I don't know.
Anti-club activities.
Anti-club activities. They listed, you know, in the way they listed some of these things. I want to think if they take this guy to court, these guys will not come. They will go to jail. Anti-club activities, disrespecting club management, disobeying club rules and regulations, and they say, oh no, like 6 count.
I don't know. Charge.
Well,
against Ajani and
they be suspended indefinitely. I don't know how they will do that, but I think Sunshine we have to look at ways of trying to tamper justice with mercy or mercy with justice. I don't know how that will do.
Whichever one, let there be justice and mercy.
Because you are going to play Sharks. Your first game is against Sharks. It's going to be live on TV, and it's a very crucial game. I think you are playing against a team who has a coach that handled you the last time.
All right, tomorrow as well, we'll be giving you a preview of the 2013-2014 Glo Premier League season starting this weekend. We'll be doing that for you tomorrow as well. But let me end the show with this tweet. Doyin Kasumu says, I wish Kano Pillars players quick recovery. I have a dream where every city in Nigeria is interconnected via rail network. That's what it says, so that we can have options, not travel on the road all the time. You could fly, you could go by train. we hope that we'll get to that point in our national life. All right, that's how we have to wrap it up on Sports Tonight this Thursday. One more edition, that will be tomorrow. We'll see you then. Bye-bye now.